Howdy. How's it going? I am hoping that my second monitor that this stream stuff and chat is on stops flickering. And I say flickering, but really it's just off. So I'm hoping it stops doing that before I really do it this time. Oh, I forgot to put my cosmetics on. Nope, it stopped. Nope, it's constant. Incredible. Oh man, okay. So I've been playing a lot of PoE 1 since the League came out, and it's been a blast, but I really love PoE 2 still. And I wanted to progress further in it. Oh man, I made it all the way out here. That's good. Hell yeah. Cool. I just kind of like every little thing more in this game. Just a little bit to a lot, but at least everything I like just a little bit more. Hey, my second monitor stopped flickering for now, so that's good. Okay, cool. That is everything. Yeah, so quests. It's gonna take me a minute to reacquaint.
Not now.
Okay, so where did I leave off? The trial. Yeah, so wait, these are all things to do. Okay, well, I did that one. Okay, I see. Desert map. Desert map. Desert map. Over. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to ascend ASAP. feel like it's just that hub area that's like extra hard on my computer, but man, is it annoying. Holy shit.
Suits me just fine.
Like, I just can't read the chat because my second monitor is just off the entire time. I can't believe my computer has gotten worse since the last time I streamed this. In fact, the last time I streamed this was pretty infuriating as well because of tech issues. Spear stab, spear throw, rapid assault, explosive spear. Okay, that's perfect. Dodge. Okay, yeah, this is all good. Am I missing anything? I am not. Okay. Yeah, Blood Hunt is the newest one I added. Okay.
The proving grounds for the sisterhood is complete. Though it broke many bones and some backs, the triumph is ours to behold. Zerok has been the most helpful aid. He came to us at Tel Jari, but now he is something more.
I'm trying to see if there's something I can do. Oh, my computer is being fine right now, so I guess it's settled down. Why did I say that? Whatever. Just gonna ignore it and play the game. Oh, a stash. Oh man, the controls are different. Okay, so in one I have my flasks. 2, I have my accessories. 3 is empty, 4 is empty. Okay, 5 I have like other gear. Evasion, armor, evasion, armor. Yeah, this just adds rune sockets. That's so nice. Improves the quality. All of that stuff is together. Yeah, these items. This is so much easier to follow. And yeah, I got essence runes. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, my extra gems. I don't think I can equip anything I don't already have. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so this is like the, what are they called again? The labyrinth in the first game.
serve. We have met in battle, but not in peace. I am Balbala, once a traitor, long a sorrowed prisoner. As Jinn here, I shall serve as your guide. Together, we shall prove ourselves worthy.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
I have had a great many years to think on my foolish choices, and now all I want is to earn my right to rest. This place was built to determine honor, to prove oneself worthy as a Sekima. Tradition allowed for one Dekara and one advisor. If I aid you here, and if you succeed, then my crimes will finally be forgiven. Then and only then may I join those that have gone before.
Cool. I like that. That's neat.
I hardly know the woman I was before. I remember betraying my Akara, but the reasons why now feel petty and small. If I could go back, if I could speak to the woman I was, I would tell her what a fool she was being. Would she listen? Probably not. The mistakes we make are shaped from who we are. The tale women of many Akaras gathered on the day of my sentencing. Death was not punishment enough for my crime. They enacted the ritual, but my imprisonment as Jinn would not have been possible without my willful agreement. I accepted. I let it happen because I deserved it. I have no idea how long I was trapped there, but it was as close to eternity as I can possibly imagine.
Jeez.
The role of advisor is strictly bound by tradition. I may offer you aid, but only in certain specific ways. Look to me in your times of doubt. What happened to the plains of Astiri? The land has changed so much since the time of my imprisonment. There were several desert regions slowly spreading, but it wasn't like this. The Halani gates where I committed my crimes were waterlocks for a river. Now there is nothing but sand and salt flats. How could they have allowed this to happen? War nights.
Oh. So you can save these. Cool. Oh man, I have to readjust to all the different controls once again. Crazy. Okay. Is this my first time streaming with these stash tabs? I don't remember. I don't think it is. Alright, cool. I guess I'm ready. Test of time, strength, will, time, cunning. Will, strength, cunning, will, cunning. Show relic locker, show main inventory. Okay. Store in. Okay. I see. So you put the key and then that alters what like test you get. Cool.
Whatever comes my way, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
time to spill a bit of blood.
Death crystal. Find and disable all the crystals. Any crystal still active when the timer expires will damage you. Oh. Okay. What?
The oak is on! Hold still!
Be not disheartened.
What? I didn't turn that one off, and then it didn't let me turn it off when the timer started. I don't understand. And then it was just death. What the fuck? Oh, another key, because I died. Lost the key. I still have the relic. Okay. Let's try that again, I guess.
Whatever comes my way, I'm ready.
Test of strength again. Yeah, that was the thing to throw at me right away when I haven't played this game for a while. Okay. Need to go around for that. Got it. I can't go around for that. I have to go forward for that and then come back, maybe? Alright. Is my honor ticking down? Or did it go down when I took damage? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. This is gonna be open. This is a hell of a thing to come down to. Whoa, what the fuck?
Wind fury!
I want those. These are disabled? Okay. Cool. Wait, what am I doing on this character again? Armor, evasion, armor, evasion. Yeah, armor and evasion. Okay. Silver key. Cool for a chest, I imagine. Ah, okay. Collapsing cavern contains rattle cage the earthbreaker. Okay. Awards gold key. Okay, this is the yeah. Yep, the labyrinth was my favorite part of PoE 1 that I made it to thus far. And I like this a little more. I like how you pick the next room with this menu, and you like see what are rewards and what the modifiers are. Room types are unknown on the trial map. 50% reduced honor restored. When you gain an affliction, gain an additional random minor affliction. It afflicts you with myriad aspirations on entry. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Gold key, sacred water fountain, bronze key. I mean, I'm gonna go for the better reward, bronze key. Why not? Oh, and you see your keys in the bottom there. They don't actually take up inventory space. That's good. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I'm not a fan of whatever is wrong with my computer, but this is cool. Oh, myriad aspirations is that effect. Okay. I'll just stab you, I guess.
Ritual has been disrupted.
I feel so weak playing this character. After getting my Templar in the first game to level 40 and having a crazy OP build. I think I'm playing this game wrong now. Okay, these rooms are very small though. There's not really any exploration. Sacred water fountain, bronze key. Cannot restore honor. Removed after killing the next boss. Oh, I keep that. Oh, I keep the affliction. I get another one. Oh. Hemorrhage on entry. I don't know when the next boss is. But I will get a silver key out of it. Yeah, I think... Fuck it. I can't restore honor. For a while, probably not good. I guess if I run out of honor, it's a game over. Increased damage taken while on low life. Jesus. Oh. Chaos Orb goes crazy. Okay. Focus rare. Oh, that's sick. You actually see the hourglass countdown.
Swift magnificence.
Not mean to pick that up. Okay. Pretty simple. I assume I get to use all these keys at the end if I make it. Bronze key or silver key? Is this like a boss maybe? Okay, so gauntlet, ritual, hourglass, gauntlet. Escape. Oh, interesting. Well, definitely want the better keys when I can get them. Ooh. Oh man, I already have all of these. Jesus. I'm gonna get back into the swing of playing this. I feel like this is not a very strong class though anymore. Okay, so now all of these ways are open. No? What? I'm gonna check all of them. Ah, this one is.
Batten down the hatches!
Oh man, this is a whole thing. Goodness. I want to check if this one's open yet. No, oh, this one's red. Okay. They are color coordinated. Ow. Jeez, okay. Ah, but this one is. Oh, cool. I was not done, though. There was clearly more. Okay, this room's a little more like it. So there is a variety of rooms if you want to just like get through them really quick and fight shit. But if you want to explore and maybe get more loot, then there are these ones instead. Are all the traps disabled? I don't understand. Okay. Well, I can go down here now. Cool. Ooh, a random relic. Oh, you have to identify them. Jeez, okay. Increase maximum honor? Okay. I guess that. Okay, I don't think I missed anything else. Okay. Another silver key or worn sandals. Deal less damage. Or movement speed if you're hit. Sacred water fountain. I think I want to go here. Maybe this will give me some honor back. Now that I have more max honor, that'll be good. See, I'm at about half. And I do have a lot of keys. It's probably better to actually secure. Oh, wards a shrine to restore honor. Wards a sacred water fountain. Wards a shrine to restore honor. Okay. So I can do... Yeah, I'll do both here. I'll do this one, and then water fountain, and then restore honor there. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I love me. Oh, shit. Do I destroy it? I don't have time.
Bleed out.
I'm not trying to attack. See ya. Okay, you just gotta go. Okay, I get it.
Stand tall.
Domination.
What the fuck? No map here. Jesus. Okay. Hey, there we go. Sacred water fountain grants sacred water.
An oasis in the desert.
Should I explore this one more? I think all I'm doing is losing honor, so. I looted the chests I did find, so I think that's fine. Yeah. I want some honor back. Make sure I can actually make it through this. Man, so no map is just like a permanent thing now. Okay, yeah, this is cool. I like this. I like this framework. I see room for improvement, but I think overall the system is a step up from PoE 1.
Storm's coming.
I would say maybe the labyrinths in PoE 1 are like more fun to do, because you can just kind of like blast through them. But this is cool too. I like this. Ooh, a relic. Oops. Moving speed. Didn't mean to drop it. Meant to move it. Why does every button have to be different between, like, every ARPG? Yeah, giant is above grand. Okay. Okay, green switch. Green switch. Okay, yeah, I fuck with this one. I like these rooms. I like having a little exploration. Not having a map is rough. Place this item on the relic altar at the start. Oh, so these aren't active right now just because I have them on me. I don't know where I am. I think there's shit. Oh, that knocked me down too. That could have been much worse. Pretty sure there was green here. It wasn't before here. This is just where it came from. Yeah, there's one here. Oh, was it this way? Son of a bitch. Here it was. Yeah, I need to just leave when I find the exit. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's only 115. Oh, and it costs the sacred water? Wait, I didn't get any honor back. Wait, what? I just lost 5 sacred water and I didn't get honor. That was the whole point I chose this room. I'm so low. Okay, well now I can get... Forge a shrine to restore honor. Like an item I have to use? Do I not get it until the next room? Okay, well... Large water fountain, I guess. Honor? No? What the fuck? I just didn't get it. Did I do something wrong, or is that just a glitch? Yeah. Just do not get hit, I guess. So that should open treasure rooms, but now I have to find a different way around. Oh, or not. Not need to pick that up, obviously. Hello. Oh, just a different button to drop now.
Take this!
Where do I go?
Abomination!
Is this the way back? Why is that opening up sometimes? Oh, L2 and left. Oh man. I just need the exit and to get out of here. Here it is. This is rough.
Relish your mortality.
Yay, plus 281. If only I actually got my honor back from that thing. Okay, well, time for a boss where I can't afford to get hit, like ever. Just gotta lock in.
Head is formidable. Steel yourself.
I'm trying.
I'll turn you to dust! Right in the gut!
Beware of the burst.
Whoa. Dude. Place this item on the relic altar at the start. I don't have a key.
Blessings.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Movement speed, honor, quantity of keys dropped by monsters, honor resistance, and max honor. And then I can put this one away. The stash, man. Okay, and then I can put these away somewhere. Yep. Nation. Armor, evasion. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are better. Evasion energy. Hold on. Okay, so 1 has my flasks, 2 has my accessories, 3 is empty, 4 is empty, 5. Okay, so I think I'm gonna move this stuff to the pile. Okay, so armor. And then armor evasion. And then evasion. See what I'm saying? And then evasion energy. And then energy next to that. Okay. So I got my unique collection, my gems, my sockets. Essence, currency. Okay. And yeah, I'll just keep miscellaneous weapons in here for now, I guess. Cool. Ship to sell. Okay. In fact, I'll move my miscellaneous weapons here. Here. Okay, so 1 is for my flasks, 2 is for my accessories, 3 is for gonna be like alternate huntress gear. 4 will just be various alternate gear. 5 will be stuff to sell. So now these can go in here. Yeah, the piles for various gear. I just feel like hanging on to. Okay. And then everything else is designated. try this again. Oh, and you get more slot. That's what this is. I thought this was like the path, but these are just like slots that you can unlock for more relics. Cool. I like that. It's fun.
Whatever comes my way, I'm ready.
Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to ascending. Man, I lost all of that. I don't even retain the water. Damn. Okay. Yeah, do it. Thank you.
Challenge.
That was close.
Monsters deal more damage. Reduce light radius. Minimap is hidden. Fuck hiding the map. Reduced honor restored. Yeah, I'm doing monsters deal more damage. Okay, pay more attention to the debuffs. Didn't mean to drop it, just wanted to move it. I guess that can stay there.
The wind howls.
riddance.
Oh, relics can be different shapes. Cool.
Good riddance.
Shrine to restore honor. Well, I have to do that. Okay. I don't mind. Maybe it'll work this time. Yeah, I feel like this blood shit is not working. To my playstyle.
Rhythm and prowess!
Swift magnificence.
I lost a lot of honor there. Good thing I'm getting it back. It costs 5, I have 6, and I should get 115 back. Yep, it worked that time. It just didn't work last time. Weird. You cannot restore honor removed after killing the next boss. Did I go for that debuff? Whatever. Yeah, fountain. Oh, okay. Cool. We're both over here. One down, one up.
The eye of the storm. Abomination.
I did go for that regal shard. Okay.
Proof of me prowess.
Did that fill it up? Okay, cool. Yeah, I like this concept.
Relish your mortality.
When you gain affliction, gain an additional minor one, less max honor, increased damage taken while on life. I think that one's fine. Definitely this one. Ooh, with traps. That's cool. Where is the rare?
Watch your step! That was almost a challenge.
Swift magnificence.
Yeah, I need my honor back, please. Okay, cool. That's good. Another fountain. Not as many keys this run, but... Yeah, this is rough, man. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this character after playing PoE 1. Like, I feel like my witch and my warrior do this no problem. Yeah, something is just not working about this build. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should go back to parrying and disengaging. I also think the issue might be my support gems. And my buff. I just feel like it's... my build is ass.
Wind Fury!
just flip it. Yeah, I really like doing like fire tornadoes and shit, but I need to find a way to get there faster and easier. Okay, nice. I got a lot of sacred water. I need to restore honor. A bronze cache requires a bronze key. I have one of those. Awards a shrine to restore honor and awards a large sacred water fountain. Yeah, I want a shrine. I'm hoping I get caches at the end to actually use my keys on. Okay, yeah, awards a shrine. So I'm gonna need a lot for this boss. It just doesn't immediate AoE raid wide. That just one-shot me. And then when it's already too late to like physically back away from the second AoE, then the character is like, yeah, wait, just the tornadoes are strong. Okay. That's a satisfying level. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh yeah, I was getting my strength up a bit here, because I have been needing strength. I think that's enough strength, though. I think I want to start doing dexterity again. And I'm going all the way to that, to get that big plus 25. And then I'm going to start building into some of these.
Swift magnificence.
Yeah. Well, I did that very cleanly. So I'm going to be getting... I'm going to be going into the boss with a good amount of honor. Which is great. Okay. Come on. I want to ascend so bad.
The foe ahead is formidable.
Yeah, no kidding.
Steel yourself. Beware of the burst.
Jesus, it's immediate.
Nowhere then.
Okay, I got this.
Out for the slam! Beware of what falls.
This boss is sick though, not gonna lie.
Beware of what falls. Beware of what falls.
Yes, I get it. Ow.
Beware of what falls.
Don't lose all my honor at this point, please. Whew.
I knew you would succeed.
Oh, let's go. Armor and energy boots. Nice. I'll take that because it has sockets. Maybe sockets sell for more. Definitely taking the relic and amulet. Cool. Was that just like the first part, or do I get to ascend? Oh, I get to ascend. Here are the chests at the end. So I didn't get a single gold key, which sucks. Yeah, I like what this is going for a lot. Another case of I like something just a little bit better than in the first game. This is cool. So 2 silvers and 1 bronze. Okay, we'll open this one. Rare bow. Okay. And then 2 silver. How about you? Evasion energy on the jacket. And you. Pure evasion. Okay. And that
I'll
for
not make
the
the journey home like that.
socket. Thank God for stash. I should just sell this shit. What do I hold on to this for? Okay, so evasion, energy. Evasion, energy. Okay, cool. Evasion, energy on you as well. Sick. So you go right there. Oh, and you were pure evasion, so you're definitely an upgrade. Oh yeah, by quite a bit. Cool. Armor energy on you. Oh, armor energy. Oh. So I have armor. Armor evasion. Evasion, evasion, energy, energy. And I'll put armor energy here. Okay. Am I holding on to blues? I am, yeah. Feels weird
Double as is.
not picking this shit up, even just to sell it. So I'm selling stuff in 5.
I've enough in my pack already.
Might as well. Man, a gold would have been nice, but oh well. At least I made it to the end. Like, getting the main thing I want. So I'm very happy about that. Okay, let's talk to you first.
Rest a while.
Refund passives. Oh, I kind of want to refund all, but let me ascend first to see what kind of options I have.
I shall aid you.
And I can purchase items. Ah, 3% increased movement speed. Reduced merchant prices. I'm gonna get that one first. Cool, so that's what you spent that on. Got it.
May that serve you.
Cool. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I like this. I like the relics. The system is cool. Converts your leftover sacred water to keys. Oh, I get a gold after all. Oh. Oh. Okay. I get a gold after all. Nice. Okay, so what are my armor boots here? I mean, these are definitely better. So these go in the trash. What? Oh, okay. Yes. Armor and energy here. Nah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Weird glitch there. And then armor and evasion. It should be here. Okay, cool. And yeah, shit to sell. Okay, so that's all my stuff spent. And now to ascend at last. Been waiting for this for a while. You became a weapon of war so that others could live in peace. Corruption cost you your home, but taught you so much more. Okay, what do these give? Let's see. Physical damage. Oh, these give skills. Hmm. Another ring slot. Oh. Oh. Okay. Not bad. What do we got here? Huh. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going Amazon. I don't need to look at the rest. How do I get to the ascendancy? In the center, got it. And I have 2. Life leech recovers based on her elemental damage as well as physical. Yeah, I fuck with all of those. Increased elemental, increased skill speed, increased accuracy. Ah. %50 chance for that. Okay. Yeah, the open weakness is interesting. Do I go for that right away? Skill speed as well. Hmm. I think I want that. A power charge. Endurance and frenzy. Well, frenzy is lightning, endurance is fire, and power is cold. So I want endurance charges. It can be fire. Because I like the fire tornadoes the most. In any case, I think I get elemental surge. Yeah. And then I want weaknesses after. Yeah, this is elemental damage as well. I think that's easy. Those two. Okay, this isn't something I bind. Oops. Yep.
My ancestor strength courses through me veins.
Cool. Yeah, so elemental damage. Okay.
It is done. You are no longer a Jingak. You now carry with you the spirit of a Maraketh Dekara. I am finally free, but I find I do not wish to rest just yet. This place is in disrepair, though it may take another 1,000 years. I must restore it to its former glory. Should you need me, I will continue to serve as your guide here.
Cool.
If you wish to challenge the trial again, find more barriers, more coins. The Jinn within will inhabit this place, much like I do.
I'm gonna hold refund all and see what happens. I assume it's gonna tell me a price. 10,000. Get 27 skill points. Damn. Let's see, attack damage, attack speed, area of effect, dexterity, melee and projectile damage, dexterity, increase projectile damage, increased melee damage I can get still. Yeah, projectile speed, attack and accuracy, dexterity, evasion, movement, some strength. Okay, I don't think I need to undo anything. I think I'm pretty satisfied so far. Okay. I do not need to refund any skills, any passives. I think my issue is my skills and my supports. So that's rough. No, I don't got a key, but now I can stash my relics. So that consumed the relics. I don't get them back or keep them. Oh, your relics persist between trials. Selected relics cannot be changed while you have an active trial. Yeah, okay. I just can't take them out right now, which is interesting. Until I can get another key that I can put in. Okay, that's cool. Back to the hub that desperately wants to crash my computer.
How can I advise you?
Yep, there it is.
Young one. Oh, right. Of course. Here, have this useless gold.
Oh wait, I wanted to disenchant.
Your tale.
Yeah, 5 is the shit I'm selling. Okay.
Hello? Speak up. Speak up.
Okay. Cool. I got much more of those now. Yeah, I don't need skill gems. I need a bunch of support gems and I need to save them up. And then I need to completely rethink my build. Yeah, like I think I want Wind Dancer. Okay. Okay, I see. I see how this works. Cool. I see. Okay. Yeah, let's do one of these really quick. So I have Elemental Surge, Ray Shield, Spear Throw, Bow Shot, and Spear Stab. Okay. I will keep the bow in there. And I'll put all this shit away. And I will use this. And I will take a break. And I will play the example video for every skill in the game. The most boring stream ever. Because I want to decide on a build. I want to think up synergies. I like fire tornadoes. I want to get there ASAP. I want to figure out how to do that. Or if there's something else in Spear that I want to build towards, then I want to do that. But I want to figure this out. I want to find out what 2 or 3 different weapon types I want to use for my kit. So if I can just ignore the disengage, frenzy charge shit and just create fire beneath me, I want to do that. So I'll be right back. All right, it's time for fun. I can't wait. Whew. So we got spear, bow, quarterstaff, elemental, occult, mace, and crossbow. All right, what do we got for spear?
Disengage flips backwards as you stab enemies in front of you. If you have just parried an enemy with your buckler, disengage will create an explosion on your enemy and grant you a frenzy charge, which can be used to enhance any spear throw attack. Disengage, whirling slash, hits enemies and creates a whirlwind that blinds and slows enemies inside it. Slashing again will expand the whirlwind. When you walk away, the whirlwind explodes. Whirlwinds can also suck up patches of elemental ground to take on their effects and add more explosion damage. Whirling slash hits enemies. Twister conjures a small tornado that travels forward, damaging and blinding enemies. If a twister is inside a whirlwind, it will create more twisters with more damage. Twisters can also suck up patches of elemental ground to take on their effects, or be used with elemental whirlwinds that have sucked up elements. Twister conjures a small tornado. Explosive spears stick into the ground where they land, then explode after a short delay. If you have a frenzy charge from a skill like disengage, you'll consume it to throw a spear that explodes immediately and creates ignited ground. Using whirling slash on this ground will empower it with fire. Explosive lightning spear splits into many projectiles on impact and has a high chance to shock enemies, making them take more damage. If you have frenzy charges from a skill like disengage, it will split an additional time to hit a very large number of enemies. Lightning spear splits into many projectiles. Cull the Weak dashes to an enemy and will instantly kill them if their life is low enough. Enemies that can be culled will display this indicator. Killing an enemy with this skill grants you a frenzy charge. Cull the Weak dash Fangs of Frost stabs an enemy with an ice-tipped spear. Hitting an enemy after parrying them will cause an explosion of ice shards that are highly effective at freezing enemies. This will also create a patch of frozen ground. Using whirling slash on this ground will empower it with ice. Fangs of Frost Fangs of Frost stabs
Let me see that again.
with an ice-tipped spear. Hitting an enemy after parrying them will cause an explosion of ice shards that are highly effective at freezing enemies. This will also create a patch of frozen ground. Using whirling slash on this ground will empower it with ice. Fangs of Frost dashes to a target enemy and performs a wide sweep, inflicting bleeding on enemies hit. The further you dash, the more damage it deals. Bleeding enemies will take more damage if they are moving. Barrage empowers your next attack to fire multiple times. If you have frenzy charges, this skill will consume them for additional repeats. Barrage Rapid Assault performs 6 stabs in quick succession. The final strike hits a lot harder and leaves a spearhead stuck in the enemy, bleeding and slowing them. The spearhead can be detonated with a detonator skill like Thunderous Leap for an extra burst of damage. Rapid Assault Spearfield rends the ground with spears. Enemies that walk over them will take damage and become maimed, slowing them down. Spearfield rends the Stormlance sticks into the ground, periodically zapping enemies with lightning. It can also consume a frenzy charge to overcharge and create a patch of shocked ground. Stormlance sticks into the ground. Bloodhunt dashes to an enemy and stabs them. If the enemy was bleeding, you get an explosion. With this skill equipped, you will be able to see how much blood enemies have lost to bleeding. The more blood loss the enemy has, the bigger and more powerful the explosion. Bloodhunt dash Glacial Lance hurls a piercing spear that leaves a trail of ice behind it, chilling enemies in its wake. If it consumes a frenzy charge, the ice soon bursts, dealing extra damage. Glacial Lance Primal Strikes can be used multiple times in a row for a storm-charged 3-part combo. Hitting shocked targets will conjure ancestral spirits that trample enemies, and the final attack will consume the shock and cause a stampede. Primal Strikes can be used multiple. Thunderous Leap performs a lightning-charged jump and slam. This skill is a detonator and can be used to detonate spears that are stuck in the ground, like Explosive Spear, or in enemies, like with Rapid Assault. Thunderous.
Oh. Mark a target, making them suffer heavy stun buildup from blood loss. If they suffer enough blood loss while marked, the mark is consumed and they will release an explosion of blood and killed or heavy stunned. The mark duration doesn't tick while the marked target is suffering blood loss.
Using Tame Beast will mark them for capture for a short time. If you kill them during this period, they will be absorbed into the gem and be available as a summoned companion. The summon will retain the mods it had when you fought it. After equipping the gem, beasts will be marked with this indicator. Using Tame Beast will mark them for capture.
Cool. I'm excited for that.
Upon impact, Whirlwind Lance creates a whirlwind. Throwing another lance into a whirlwind or consuming a frenzy charge increases the whirlwind size. Entering the whirlwind causes it to explode. These whirlwinds can also suck up elemental ground or be used with twisters to split and empower them. Upon impact, Whirlwind Lance creates a whirl. Elemental Sundering consumes all elemental ailments from everything around you. Enemies, allies, even corpses. It causes an explosion for each ailment consumed. Elemental Sundering consumes all. Wind Serpent's Fury consumes all your frenzy charges to create great wind serpents, repeatedly damaging and knocking upon. Wind Serpent's
Incredible.
Fury consumes all your
I
frenzy.
gotta go somewhere else. Hold on. I just have to go somewhere else. My computer wants to like have a heart attack in that area. God.
Disengage, flip, upon impact. Whirlwind Lance creates a whirlwind. Elemental Sundering consumes all elemental Wind Serpent's Fury consumes all your frenzy charges to create great wind serpents, repeatedly damaging and knocking back enemies. The more frenzy charges, the more serpents you will fire. Wind Serpent's Fury consumes all your frenzy charges to create great wind serpents, repeatedly damaging and knocking back enemies. The more frenzy charges, the more serpents you will fire. Spear of Solaris requires glory accumulated from stunning enemies. At maximum glory, use the skill to invoke the power of the sun god herself and call down a great pillar of fire. Spear of Solaris
That's cool.
requires glory accumulated from.
Okay, see, I definitely want elemental shit now. Yeah. So like I want Stormlance, Fangs of Frost, Lightning Spear, Twister, Whirling Slash, Explosive Spear. No Disengage, no Rake, no Cull. No Barrage. Rapid Assault's pretty good. Spear Field's alright, but yeah. Alright, bows.
Poison Burst Arrow explodes to cover enemies in poison. Poison Burst Arrow explodes.
Oh, incredible.
Use Escape Shot to jump backwards and shoot an explosion of ice. This skill is very effective for freezing enemies and creates ice fragments that explode after a few seconds. Lightning Arrow chains lightning to multiple nearby targets. Lightning damage has a chance to shock enemies. Shocked enemies take more damage. Lightning rods stick into the ground after impact. Any chaining lightning skill, such as Lightning Arrow, can hit these rods and cause them to explode again. Lightning rods. A short time after a Stormcaller arrow hits a target, a bolt of lightning strikes the enemy with a high chance to shock. A short time after a Stormcaller arrow hits a target, a bolt of lightning strikes the enemy with a high... Vine Arrow slows nearby enemies with poisonous vines. Using other poison skills on the vine will transfer the poison damage to all enemies held by it. Vine Arrow. Ice-tipped arrows cause your bow attacks to create ice fragments on hit for a few seconds. These fragments explode after a short delay. Hold down the button for Snipe to charge up a powerful arrow. If you release at exactly the right moment, the arrow will explode on impact. This explosion deals much more damage to stunned and frozen enemies. Hold Barrage empowers your next attack to fire multiple times. If you have friends, Toxic Growth fires a volley of poisonous pustules that explode after a delay. If you strike the pustules with other poisoning attacks, the explosions will be faster and more violent. Toxic Freezing Salvo passively accumulates icy missiles. Using the skill, fires all stored missiles at once. Freezing Salvo passively... Use Electrocuting Arrow to lodge a lightning rod into an enemy. Hitting this enemy with enough lightning damage will electrocute them, paralyzing them for a time. Use a Voltaic Mark will make an enemy more vulnerable to being shocked. When the marked target dies, a lightning nova erupts from their corpse. Voltaic Gas Arrow leaves a toxic cloud that poisons enemies. The cloud is flammable. Any igniting effect or detonating skill, such as Detonating Arrow, will cause a fiery explosion. Gas Arrow leaves a Sniper's Mark will make an enemy more vulnerable to your next critical hit. If you do score a critical hit on the marked enemy, you also gain a Frenzy Charge. Frenzy Charges can be used to enhance some other skills. Sniper's Mark will make Rain of Arrows launches a volley that continues to fall for some time. If you have Frenzy Charges, the skill will consume them to launch an even longer volley. Rain of Arrows. Hold down the button for Detonating Arrow to charge up a powerful shot. At full charge, the arrow will explode on impact. This explosion will detonate flammable targets such as the cloud from the Gas Arrow skill. Hold down the Ice Shot fires a chilling arrow that releases a burst of ice shards when it hits an enemy. Ice Shot fire Shock Chain Arrow will hone in on shocked enemies. Upon hitting one, a shockwave will be released and a lightning beam will chain to another target. This chain can continue as long as there are more shocked monsters to target. Shock Chain Arrow will hone in on Tornado Shot whips up a tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Projectiles you shoot into the tornado are split up and spat out. Tornado Shot whips up a tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Projectiles you shoot into the tornado are split up and spat out. Shock Chain Arrow will hone in on Spiral Volley spins around while firing a volley of arrows in all directions, aiming at enemies if possible. If you have any Frenzy Charges, Spiral Volley will consume them to deal more damage and chain to enemies.
Cool.
Toxic Domain infects the ground around you with malignant power. While you stand in this area, you regenerate life, and your bow attacks cause poisonous pustules to sprout from enemies, but your skills will be more expensive. Toxic Magnetic Salvo targets every lightning rod stuck into enemies or terrain from your other skills, and fires a lobbed shot at each of them. The rods will explode for massive damage. Magnetic Salvo targets every lightning rod. Disengage.
Okay. Spear and bow seems good.
Falling Thunder is a lightning area attack. If you have power charges, this skill will consume them to create projectiles, which deal heavy damage. With Killing Palm equipped, monsters will display these blue indicators when they are low on life. Use Killing Palm to dash to these monsters and cull them for an instant kill. This will grant you a power charge. Other skills like Falling Thunder will spend power charges to greatly enhance their effects. With Glacial Cascade is a cold area attack that ends with a powerful spike of ice. Hitting a frozen target with the spike will do a large amount. Frozen locusts will explode when attacked by you or your enemy. Vaulting Impact is a leaping slam attack. Hitting dazed enemies will break their stance, causing them to take extra damage from attacks. Tempest Bell must be charged up by striking enemies with melee attacks. Once placed, you can hit the bell with other skills to make it ring, dealing damage around it. You can also... Tempest Bell must be charged up by striking enemies with melee attacks. Once placed, you can hit the bell with other skills to make it ring, dealing damage around it. You can also apply Freeze, Shock, or Ignite to the bell to add extra damage of that element. Tempest Bell. Staggering Palm can be used to stun an enemy with a nearly full stun meter. Enemies that are vulnerable to Staggering Palm have this indicator on them. If you successfully stun them, you will shoot wind projectiles from your attacks for a short time. Wind Blast knocks enemies away from you and dazes them. Dazed enemies are easier to stun. Ice Strike is a combo of 3 cold attacks. The third attack is slower, more powerful, and effective at freezing enemies. Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 lightning attacks. The third attack strikes 3 times, and the fourth calls down a powerful bolt that has a high chance to shock enemies. Shocked enemies take more damage. Stormwave is a lightning area attack that covers a lot of ground and can be used on the move. When used on a shocked enemy, Siphoning Strike will release a blast of lightning and grant you a power charge. Shock enemies with other lightning skills like Tempest Flurry to prime them for a Siphoning Strike. When used, Freezing Mark makes an enemy more vulnerable to being frozen. If the enemy dies, they will explode with ice. Use Wave of Frost to dodge backwards and launch a cold area attack that is very effective at freezing enemies. Enemies who are close to being frozen will display this indicator and be instantly frozen when hit by Wave of Frost. Charged Staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks. While the buff is active, your attacks also launch shockwaves. Reusing Charged Staff will extend its duration while keeping the bonuses from all the power charges you have used so far. Charged Staff. Mantra of Destruction must be charged up by hitting enemies with your staff. Once charged, use it to imbue your next attack with a large amount of extra chaos damage. Mantra of Destruction. Hand of Chayula can be used to apply curses and marks onto a target. Enemies near the target of Shattering Palm will be covered in chunks of ice. Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined with skills that trigger off each attack, such as Staggering Palm. Whirling Assault deals a lot. Flicker Strike is a teleporting attack. If you have power charges, the skill will consume them to teleport to random enemies and strike them in rapid succession. Hold down the button for Gathering Storm to build up power before dashing through enemies, striking all in your path.
Okay.
Flame Wall ignites enemies caught within it. Any projectiles that pass through the wall will deal extra fire damage. It can also consume a lightning infusion from your other skills to add extra lightning damage to projectiles. Flame Wall. Ice Nova can chill and Frost Bomb pulses with ice, reducing enemies' resistance to Spark projectiles bounce off walls and have a chance to shock enemies. Orb of Storms arcs lightning to nearby enemies. Frost Darts fires multiple
Okay, these I know.
plants a seed of fire within the target. Fireball explodes on impact and can consume a fire infusion to release a nova of smaller firebolts. Ember Fusillade conjures motes of fire that hover above you. When you stop casting, the embers will launch at enemies in front of you and explode. This spell can consume a lightning infusion from your other skills to imbue the Fusillade with arcs of lightning. Frostbolts slow enemies. Target a Frostbolt with Ice Nova to freeze enemies at a distance. Use Snap to explode the Frostbolt. Snap can be used to detonate any frozen, shocked, or ignited enemy. This will leave behind an elemental infusion. Snap can also be used to explode frostbolts. Arc chains bolts of lightning between enemies, inflicting powerful shocks. It can also consume a lightning infusion from your other skills to deal more damage and chain further. Arc. Stand inside a mana tempest to empower your spells with extra lightning chains, projectiles, and damage. The storm drains your mana and will drain faster the more spells you cast. Elemental Weakness is a curse that makes your enemies more vulnerable to elemental damage. This symbol indicates that Temporal Chains is a curse that slows enemies and causes effects on them to last longer. Incinerate gains fuel as you spend mana on other skills. Hold down the button to consume the fuel, creating a jet of fire that ignites enemies and gets stronger the longer you hold it. It can also consume a fire infusion from your other skills to leave ignited ground in its wake. Incinerate. Frost Wall creates a wall of solid ice. These ice crystals can be damaged. If the crystals are destroyed or pushed hard enough, they will explode. A lightning infusion will make the explosions deal extra lightning damage. Frost Wall creates a wall of solid ice. These ice crystals can be damaged. Use Lightning Warp to teleport inside enemies and make them explode violently. This skill can only teleport to enemies low on life. Look out for this indicator for enemies you can cull. Teleporting to an enemy creates a lightning infusion. Use Lightning Warp to teleport inside enemies. Ball lightning projectiles repeatedly damage nearby enemies. They are very effective for applying shock. Ball lightning can also consume a fire infusion to leave a trail of ignited ground in its wake and explode at the end of its flight. Ball lightning projectile Comet calls down a massive icy chunk from the sky. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Comet can also consume a fire infusion to create a massive blast of ice and fire. Comet. Firestorm rains fiery bolts on your enemies, but comes into its own when consuming infusions from your other skills. Cold Infusion creates icy bolts. Lightning Infusion makes lightning bolts. and fire infusion makes the storm much bigger. Consume all 3 for the ultimate storm of destruction. Firestorm. Hold down the button for Flame Blast to prime a large fiery explosion. The longer you hold it, the more powerful the detonation. Eye of Winter is a moving storm that launches projectiles, firing a full spiral of them at the end of its flight. If the eye passes over an elemental ground effect, it will take on that effect, applying it to nearby enemies and dealing extra damage of that type. Eye of Winter. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you.
Okay, it's alright.
Skeletal snipers do high damage but have low life. They can be commanded to fire an arrow of poison gas. The clouds explode if an igniting effect or detonating skill is used on them. Skeletal minions revive automatically, so long as no other minions have died recently. Skeletal Unearth is a physical area spell. If it kills a monster or hits a corpse, it summons a short-lived bone minion. You can use your other dead minions as fuel for this skill while they are reviving, but only once each. Monsters that die while infected with contagion will spread the infection to nearby enemies. The damage of a contagion increases each time it spreads. Other chaos debuffs on the enemy, such as Essence Drain, will also be spread. Infected corpses can be used to spread contagion if you use a skill that targets the corpse, such as Unearth. Monsters that die while Essence Drain is a projectile that deals chaos damage over time. This damaging debuff can be spread with the Contagion skill. Essence Drain is a projectile that deals enemies hit by Bone Cage will be pinned if they are low on life. Tougher enemies can be pinned using the skill multiple times. The bones last a short time after you use the skill, so you can use it slightly before the enemies reach you. Enemies hit Skeletal Arsonists deal high fire damage but have low life. They can be commanded to detonate other minions that are close to death. When you see this red indicator, it means that the minion can be detonated. Enfeeble is a curse that weakens enemies. Use it on dangerous foes to reduce the damage they can deal. Enfeeble is a curse. Cast Raise Zombie on a corpse to create a powerful zombie minion. They are stronger than skeletons, but only last for a short time. If you have power charges, you can cast Raise Zombie without a corpse to create an empowered zombie. Cast Skeletal Frost Mages deal high cold damage, but have low life. They can be commanded to protect allies with icy armor that damages attackers. Skeletal Pain Offering will impale one of your skeletons to empower all your other minions. They will become faster and stronger for the duration. Pain Offering. Hold down the button for Bone Storm to conjure a mass of bone spikes above you. Upon release, these projectiles deal physical damage and increase the damage those enemies take from attacks. If you have power charges, the Bone Storm shards will explode in a much larger area. Hold down the button. Cast Profane Ritual on a corpse to deal chaos damage over time to nearby enemies. Once the duration has ended, you will absorb the corpse into a power charge. Bind Spectre allows you to pick and choose any monster to become your minion. Use this skill to see the options from the corpses around you, and use it again to select one. You can summon your chosen monster from the skills menu. Spectres revive after death, like skeletons do. Bind Spectre. Vulnerability is a curse that reduces enemy armor. Use it on tough monsters that have this symbol. Armor is a stat that reduces incoming physical damage. Vulnerability is a curse that reduces enemy armor.
Okay.
Cast Detonate Dead on a corpse to cause a violent explosion. The damage is based on the life of the monster. Larger monsters mean stronger explosions. Cast Detonate. Skeletal Reavers are aggressive skeletons that can become enraged. Command them to enrage, and they will become stronger and faster as they attack, but will be drained of life. Skeletal Reavers are aggressive. Despair is a curse that makes your enemies more vulnerable to chaos damage. This Dark Effigy raises a totem that launches chaos projectiles at any enemies affected by chaos damage over time. The more sources of chaos, Hex Blast can be cast on cursed enemies to remove a curse and cause a chaos explosion. If a monster has multiple curses, only one of them will be detonated per cast. Hex Blast can be cast. Bone Offering will impale one of your skeletons to provide a defensive buff to all your other minions. They receive a bone shield that reduces the damage they take. If the minion takes a large enough hit, the shield will absorb all of the damage and shatter, damaging nearby enemies. Bone Offering. Skeletal Storm Mages deal high lightning damage but have low life. You can command them to call down lightning bolts on all fallen skeleton minions in the area. These bolts create shocked ground, which increases the damage taken by monsters standing on it. Skeletal Brutes are large, hard-hitting minions that will stun any monster that has a near full stun meter. When commanded, they perform a baleful war cry, intimidating enemies and causing icy explosions from frozen targets, including allies. Skeletal Brutes are Skeletal Clerics don't attack, but instead heal your other minions. They will also periodically revive your fallen skeletons. Skeletal Clerics don't attack. Soul Offering impales one of your skeletons to grant you a huge boost to spell damage. The buff only affects you.
Okay.
Earthquake creates jagged ground that slows, while Bone Shatter is a Use Shield Charge to quickly bear down on your Infernal Cry puts a debuff on enemies that makes the Shockwave Totem repeatedly thumps the ground, dealing using armor. Hold down the button on impact. Molten Blood. Hold down the button for resonating shield. Use Shield Wall to ram your shield into the ground, creating a wall of rock. The rocks will explode if slammed, and Shield Charge can bash right through them. Use Shield Wall. Volcanic Fissure damages enemies and creates smoldering cracks in the earth. If you use another slam skill on the cracks, they will erupt with aftershock explosions. Volcanic Fissure. Earth Shatter is a slam that creates a spike of rock. Using Warcry skills nearby will cause the rock to explode. Try placing several rocks and destroying them all at once for huge damage. Earth Shatter. Leap Slam is useful for closing in on enemies and stunning them. It is even more effective against enemies with broken armor. Sunder cracks the earth in a wide swathe and causes shockwaves from any enemies hit. Targets with fully broken armor will be sundered, causing them to take more physical damage for a few seconds. Sunder cracks the earth. Use Fortifying Cry to gain power from nearby enemies and receive the Guard buff, which protects your life. Fortifying Cry also empowers your next few shield attacks to create shockwaves. Use Forge Hammer throws a molten hammer that slams the target location and lodges into the ground. Using a war cry near the lodged hammer causes it to melt into a spiral of fissures that deal damage again whenever they're hit with a slam. Alternatively, reactivating Forge Hammer pulls the hammer back to you, allowing you to throw it again. Forge Hammer throws a molten... Stampede leaves jagged ground in your path. It finishes with a massive slam that causes all jagged ground to erupt with aftershocks. Stampede. Hold down the button for supercharged slam to charge up a massive swing. The longer you hold, the more damage it will deal and the more aftershocks the slam will create. Seismic Cry damages and knocks back enemies, heavily stunning targets that have near full stun meters. Enemies who can be stunned display this indicator. If Seismic Cry stuns an enemy or hits an already stunned enemy, it will empower your next few slams with aftershocks. The Ancestral Warrior Totem will attack for you, using mace skills that you have socketed into it. Because of its power, it requires 3 endurance charges to create an Ancestral Warrior Totem. The Ancestral Warrior Totem will attack...
That's cool.
Hammer of the Gods requires glory accumulated from stunning enemies. At maximum glory, use the skill to call down a giant hammer to crush your enemies. Hammer of the Ancestral Cry builds up glory anytime you ignite enemies. When it has maximum glory, you can use the skill to become an avatar of Kaum for a short time. As an avatar, your melee attacks are ancestrally boosted. You throw up molten globules on every attack, and your footsteps slam the ground. Ancestral Cry builds up glory anytime you ignite enemies. When it has maximum glory, you can use the skill to become an avatar of Kaum for a short time. As an
Cool.
Fragmentation rounds pierce through enemies. Frozen enemies will shatter in an icy explosion. Armor-piercing rounds can break enemy armor. Permafrost bolts shatter on impact, hitting enemies behind the target. Explosive grenades have a long fuse, but deal devastating damage if you can catch enemies in the blast. Explosive grenades have a long fuse, but deal devastating damage if you can catch enemies in the blast. Flash grenades can blind and stun enemies. Blinded targets are less accurate and easier to hit. Flash grenades, bolts from incendiary shot shatter on impact, also hitting enemies behind the target. High-velocity rounds pierce through enemies and deal bonus damage to monsters with broken armor. Rapid shot fires very quickly, but heats up your crossbow as you continue to shoot. If you fire too much, you'll overheat and be unable to fire for a few seconds. However, some other skills can consume the heat for extra benefits. You can reload manually by using this skill again. Ice Shards targets the ground, leaving shards of ice that explode when enemies step on them. On hit, galvanic shards create arcs of lightning, which are gas grenades create a flammable poison cloud that deals. Voltaic grenade lets out an electrocuting blast, potentially paralyzing. Glacial bolts create walls of ice. These ice crystals will explode if they take enough damage or are pushed hard enough. Glacial explosive shot can be used to detonate grenades before their fuse is expired. It can also detonate effects such as oil and gas clouds. Artillery Ballista is an emplacement that fires a hail of bolts into the sky. Enemies in the target area are slowed and may be pinned in place. Artillery Ballista. Siege Ballista is an emplacement that launches long-range heavy bolts at your enemies. Storm Blast bolts stick into the ground. They can be detonated to create lightning explosions. Use a detonating skill like Explosive Grenade to set them off. Storm oil grenades cover everything in flammable oil, slowing enemies and reducing their elemental resistance. Ignite effects and detonator skills will set the oil aflame. The damage will be based on the ignite. Mortar cannon is an emplacement that slowly but repeatedly fires any grenade skill you have socketed into it. Emergency reload instantly reloads your crossbows and empowers the next clip to deal more damage. This skill has a long cooldown, so save it for when you need it. Shock burst rounds explode if they hit a shocked enemy. You can reload manually by using this skill again. Shock burst rounds explode if they hit a shocked enemy. Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time, even when they aren't loaded. Firing this skill launches all accumulated bolts at once. Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time. Each Siege Cascade fires a bolt at each enemy in the target area. Siege Cascade fires a bolt at each enemy in the target area. The bolts rain down, burrow into the ground, and explode. Siege Cascade Plasma Blast takes a long time to charge, but deals devastating amounts of damage. It pierces through all enemies, and will explode if it hits terrain. Cluster grenades spit out multiple smaller grenades when they explode.
Okay. Oh wait, that was it? Okay, I think I want to try to combine spear and mace. Maybe. So maybe armor and evasion is the way to go. Strength and dex. Okay, well, what can I get right now? For spear. See, I don't know. Bow had some stuff, I guess. That really didn't take as long as I thought it would. Going through all the example videos for every weapon. But like a cult has some good stuff. Elemental has some really cool stuff. Quarterstaff is fine. Yeah, there's some good stuff in bow. Crossbows, yeah, I think mace. I think elemental. No, I don't think that's it. Because I'm not really doing intelligence. I don't need that for elemental and occult. But mace, I am going for strength. Although I will need a lot more. I'll need 35 strength for the first tiers, and then 41, then 57, and then, yeah, I'll need a lot of strength, because I want this Hammer of the Gods. 92 strength. What about for Spear, for the Spear of Solaris? 92 dex, yeah. I need dex and strength. Okay, so my how much dex do I have? Hold on. $70 dex, 7 int, and 22 strength. Yeah, I need more strength. But not by like a ton. And I don't need int. Ah, but I am doing elemental damage. And I do want mana. I think... my build. I think this is not good. Okay, so disengage. No. Whirling slash, yes, I already have that. Twister, yes, I already have that. Explosive spear, I already have that. Yeah, lightning spear. I think I already have that. Call of the week. Okay, let me do this after. So first buff. Shield buckler, magma barrier, block chance. Explosion grading you an endurance charge. Spray. Does this create... magma spray rate? So is this persistent? Don't have the strength for that anyways. Killing an enemy with blood loss will cause a bloody explosion that deals physical attack damage to surrounding enemies based off the life of the exploded enemy. Yeah, I feel like that wasn't doing well. Damage and knockback enemies. Yeah, I want Wind Dancer. I want to try that. So, Wind Dancer for skills. No Blood Hunt. No Call of the Week. Explosive Spear. Oh. Oh, Unstash, yeah. Explosive Spear. Whirling Slash. Twister. Shield charge needs an armored shield. So I can do that. Wait, do I have... I do have the strength for that. Okay. Lightning Spear I'll take. Disengage? No. Fangs of Frost I will take. So disengage, no. No disengage, no barrage, no Call of the Week, no rake. Rapid Assault's pretty good, and Spear Field is okay, but those are not priority. And then Bloodlines. Okay, so first Wind Dancer. One on two kit. I don't have anything in weapon slot 2 yet. Okay. Cool. Explosive Spear. So Whirling Slash is important. And Twister is important. Shield Charge when there's room. Spear Field when there's room. Rapid Assault when there's room. Fangs of Frost, Lightning Spear, and Explosive Spear. I will place all this shit when I'm ready. Okay. And I have room for 3, so I can fit these. Okay. Rapid Assault. Spear Field. And Shield Charge. My bow and arrow there. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep good weapons in 3. One is my flasks, 2 is my accessories. I have to go over this every fucking time for my dumbass brain to work. 3 is cool weapons. I don't know. 5 is to sell. 4 will just be other cool weapons, I guess, if I need the room. Uh, 5 is stuff to sell. 6 is just good gear of each type. Okay, so I don't want disengage. I have lightning spear. I don't want call of the week. I have fangs of frost. I don't want rake. I don't want barrage. I don't think Stormlance looks really good though. Like, I'm fine with lightning spear, but I don't think I need Stormlance as well. So I think I'm actually gonna upgrade lightning spear instead with this one. And for 2, yeah, no need for 2s. Okay, so that's uncut, dealt with, persistent buff, and now I need supports. Like bleeding, I'm not worried. Bleeding, I'm not worried. Chance to grant an additional charge. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. More area of effect. More projectiles. Oh, better multi-shot. Perpetual charge. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't have anything to give me charges right now, though. Increased area of effect. And yeah, multi-shot 1 and 2 is all I have so far. Yeah, I'm not worried about bleeding. I'm not worried about charges. Pin, yeah. Projectile speed. Pursuit. Attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. More projectile damage if you damage an enemy with a melee. Okay, so these ain't bad. So rapid attacks. I want... Let's see, what has the highest DPS right now? 18... 18, 47, 17, 136. Yeah, explosive spear. Yeah, rapid attacks on spear stab is good. Rapid attacks again. Probably on spear throw. Rapid attacks again. Shield charge, no. Spear field, no. Rapid assault. Oh. Fangs of frost, lightning spear, and explosive spear. Twister, whirling slash. No, I don't need the twisters to come out faster. The whirling slash, no. So whirling slash twister, no. Explosive spear faster, no. Maybe lightning spear. And then attack speed again. Maybe Fangs of Frost. Yeah, I think so. Deal no melee damage, but do more projectile damage if I've done melee recently. I think I... Whoa, don't destroy. I think I don't want that one. More area of effect. I'm going elemental surge. Grants your weapon surges, non-melee projectile. Attacks with that weapon consume surges. To cause the projectile's fire to explode at the end of their flight. Converts 100% of physical damage to cold damage. Cannot consume charges, and explosion radius is 1.8 meters. And then there's cold fire and lightning. Grants your weapon surges. Non-melee projectile attacks with that weapon consume surges. Okay. So I can make bigger explosion radius for them. No melee damage, no projectile damage. Area of effect. Shield charge, spear field, rapid assault, fangs of frost, lightning, explosive spear. Yeah, maybe area of effect. Maybe whirling slash wouldn't be bad. I'll hang on to that one. Multi-shot 2. Multi-shot 2. Lightning spear, twister, and spear throw. Ooh. So I don't think multi-shot on the spear throw is actually that good because they don't pierce. And yeah, that hasn't really been that great. I'm gonna keep it off spear throw, but twister and lightning spear actually sounds pretty good. I'm gonna put the better one on twister, actually. And then I'll put my other multi-shot on lightning spear. Okay. More projectile speed. And I want projectile speed on twister as well. Oops. Okay, magnified area. I might just do elementals, or no, I'm gonna hang on to that, actually. Magnified area. Supported skills deal 20% more melee damage. If you have damaged an enemy with a projectile attack hit in the last 8 seconds, supported skills deal no projectile damage. So that's attack melee, and that's projectile. So this one, they do no melee. This one, they do no projectile. This one, projectiles are buffed, and this one, melee is buffed. So maybe just have this on spear stab and spear throw. So spear throw doesn't do melee, spear stab doesn't do projectile, but they buff each other 20% and have attack speed. Perfect. You love to see it. Okay. Area of effect, I think I'm gonna hang on to for now. With an area of effect, making it large. Elemental surge is like the explosion. Ray shield. Oh. Wind dancer, the explosion once again. Whirling slash, just a bigger whirling slash might not be bad. But I'm doing it to create twisters. That's really what I'm going for here. Explosive spear. Fangs of Frost. Yeah. I need a parry shield. Rapid attacks. I think I just put this on spear field for now. Because that's a clear area. We're having more area effect. An obvious upgrade. Okay, so from you, I want... Actually, let me go gamble in Act 2 just to be safe. Where... Oh, here it is. I was like, where's the caravan? Because it moves around. Okay.
Who goes there? Young one.
Greetings.
Where do I gamble?
Quickly!
Huh? Oh yeah, it's not called gambling.
Cool winds. I trust you appreciate that. That is something. I smile for you. I am fond of that.
See what I got.
Nice.
Is that the max this can have? Okay. I mean, that's really good. That's really good. That's not so good. It can't be retrieved, but it can be replaced. Okay. Oh yeah. I can get a better shield than that.
That is something.
Okay.
I am pleased. Warm nights.
Cool. That's not the best, but that's fine. I'm just gonna do one more. Okay.
What?
Okay. Strength or mana regen? I think strength. Fire resistance. Oops. Oh. I see. Okay.
Goodbye.
Greetings.
Here for a story?
All right.
Quickly. Welcome.
So I did talk to everyone. Okay, so activate secondary skills on L2. That's good. All of these arrive on it. Okay, so spear stab, spear throw. Done. Parry. We'll go here. I want whirling slash and twister there. Explosive spear and lightning spear. Fangs of Frost. This is where I get issues. So I think here should be shield charge. Spear field, rapid assault, fangs of frost, lightning spear. I think no, I think these, oops, whatever. I think Whirling Slash and Twister have to be here. So Fangs of Frost is a quick melee, and I think I want that there. And then Lightning Spear, I think I want there. And then Rapid Assault. Or no, Explosive Spear. Wait, hold on. What do I put here? I think Rapid Assault here makes sense. So, okay. So I have Spear Stab. I have Spear Throw. I have Parry. And I have Whirling Slash and Twister, all where I want them. And then Explosive Spear, I have to figure out. And Spear Field, I have to figure out. So I think Explosive Spear here and Spear Field there. Okay. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh yeah, I need to actually equip that shield. Even if I don't have the weapon I can use yet. But I can equip that and we're good. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. My DPS on these is pretty crazy now. Well, I made absolutely zero progress while I ascended, but I didn't progress the story at all. But I think moving forward, I have my character figured out a lot more now. I can equip that. Oh. Because that gave me... Wait. That gave me 14 strength. That gives me 7. That gives me 7 dex. That gives me strength and dex. That gives me dex. Huh. Okay, well, one more thing to do. That's really good. Pl- Cool. So I have spear and parry shield. And I have armor and evasion block shield. And one-handed mace. So I want spear stab there. Spear stab there. Mace strike there. Spear throw. Parry. Raise shield. Whirling slash. Twister, Explosive Spear, Lightning Spear, Fangs of Frost, Rapid Assault. I need to put here. Spear Field there, Shield Charge there. Okay. There it is. Full keybinds. Without utilizing the D-pad, that is. But yeah, cool. Let me check something. Oh, yep. I'm going to call it here. And probably keep playing to test this build out. But I'm not going to do anything new. I'm going to run some old dungeons and stuff I've already cleared out just to get a feel for my new build. If it's better, I know I'm going to be doing more damage even with just my basic attacks because of my upgraded gear. I had really bad gear. I learned that from playing PoE 1, stumbling upon good loot, getting a good build going. Really loving the PoE League, by the way. I can't wait for Templar or a Templar-esque class in this game. I'm super excited to do like a full-on paladin thing. I tried that with my warrior in this game, but warrior is not the same thing as Templar or paladin or anything like that. I can't build into a guardian. But at the very least, I ascended on this character, which means now I get to ascend on my other characters in this game without going ahead of stream, so that's good. But yeah. That's it for now. See ya.